Alright guys, I want to show you some tech that I just discovered while labbing. I don't know if other people have found it, but I just found it and I thought it was pretty freaking cool. It's the really easily get behind your opponent during your matches, and I feel like this is going to be just super strong if you're able to incorporate into your matches. So there's a aerial version and there is a grounded version, and the grounded version looks something like this. Like that, I'm able to just quickly get behind my opponent from a vanish back while I'm in the middle of my rush chain. So the buttons that you're going to want to press to do this are pretty simple actually. We're going to start off with pressing any amount of rush attacks that you want to do, up to 4 it looks like for Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So, and then we're going to do down circle, which is going to allow us to teleport back. This is going to be classic controls, by the way. This isn't standard, so I don't know if the tech will be different on standard or if you can even do this tech on standard, but this is for classic controls. But let's get back to what I was talking about. It is going to be any amount of rush attacks, can be 2, 3, 4, 1, and you're going to immediately do the teleport back. And after doing the teleport attack, what we're going to do is immediately go into the dash forward as well as the jump. So we're going to basically jump over our opponents like this. And that is what you want to practice a little bit, is just the jump over your opponent. So the back over dash like this. You want to practice that, get that down muscle memory in your mind so that you can just basically do this and you're able to fly over your opponent. And then the next thing we want to incorporate is, as we are over the opponent, is we want to do L2X, which is going to send us right behind him. So all together it should look like this. Oh, I messed that up. Like that. We're going to be right behind him. If you do it too early, like I did in the first one, you're going to land right in front of him, which isn't good. Practice this a little bit in lab. It is going to be so strong. That is only the grounded version. You cannot do that in the air. The air is different controls, and I think the air one's actually easier, but this one is very cool looking as well. Very easy to pull off in a match and very quick. Your opponent is not going to be expecting this if you get really good at this and you get very quick. But that is the grounded get around your opponent very quickly. It is way faster than a super dash in my opinion, and less predictable too, because you can also choose to not follow up this vanish and they're going to be panicking, and you can kind of just key blast and do whatever you want. But I feel like this is a very strong opening for your opponent. Okay guys, so for the aerial part, it is going to be different than the grounded part, as we cannot jump in the air. All we do is go up a little bit. So this is completely different than the grounded. The opening is the same though. It is still going to be the rush chain into the teleport back, but it is going to be what I think is a little simpler than the grounded version actually. But instead of going over the opponent, we're actually going to go under the opponent to get behind them. And the buttons are very different than below. So what we're going to do is the step back, and then we are going to go into up, X, and R2. So we're going to go with that, back, something like this. You should see that dip that you do. That dip is what is going to get you behind your opponent. So we're going to do that again, and I'm doing it like that. So what you're going to do is, at the bottom of the dip, you want to press or let go of R2, and then press X again to get behind them. So it should like this. You want to keep holding R2 until you're below, and then you want to press X to dip behind them. And you want to keep holding up on your left analog stick. Once you get it down, you can do it more kind of like I'm doing right now, but it is very, very, very simple to do. It is going to change a lot of gameplay once a lot of people start figuring out about this stuff, because look how quick I'm able to just zip behind them. So one more time, I'm going to explain it again. So I feel like I explained it a little poorly, so I'm going to explain it a little slower. You're going to do the chain into the teleport back, and then we're going to do up, X, and R2 all at the same time, which is going to give us that dip as you see. And once we are below them, we're going to keep holding up, and then we're going to tap X. We're going to let go of X and R2, and then we're going to tap X. And it's going to teleport us right behind them. Oh. Like this, how we want it. I still need to do a little bit more practice on it. As you guys can see, I failed a couple times. but once you get it down, you are going to be zipping around your opponent. Make sure not to let go of R2 too early. That's what I just figured out I've been doing. So you need to make sure that you are holding on to it, but you don't want to hold on it too much, because you're going to do that thing that I just did where you are kind of gliding down at the bottom. I'm trying to figure out like what you guys could do wrong so I can kind of fix it right now for you. So if you figure that if you appear in front of him, you're let going it too early. If you are kind of coasting down below him, you're let going it too late, or you're not tapping X or holding up. You got to make sure that you hold up and X and R2 the entire time until you're behind them, and then when you're behind them, you want to keep holding up and tap X, and you will be right behind them. It's so strong. I feel like this is going to change ranked and change how we play this game. But if you guys have any questions at all, let me know in the comments. I will try to help you guys as much as I can. I feel like everyone should learn this. Get behind, because if you don't know about it, you're going to be in a huge disadvantage against people who do know about it in ranked. So let me know your comments. If you want another video on this topic, or like more offensive videos, defensive videos, I think I'm going to do those anyways, but let me know what you guys want me to focus on primarily. I will definitely do that. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys learned something, and I will see you on my next video. Peace out.